Be here for now. Some of them said they'd be here today. I'm keep talking.
We get some random.
It's a wing.
See it.
Oh, yeah, I see.
It's for the ruffler.
Right.
Yeah, right there. And you don't see any that way. That's great. That's perfect. Perfect.
Is that perfect? Just say, what is your name? Give me your name. Eleanor Keels. Did you hear that okay?
I didn't have my headphones
Oh,
in.
now, make me wish that question.
Okay, one more time.
Your name again? Eleanor Keels.
Good go. And we're rolling.
Okay. I'm just going to do a short introduction where I introduce me and you to the tape in case so it's just a label for the tape. My name is Day Johnson. I'm interviewing Mrs. Eleanor Hutchinson Keels at the Emancipation celebration in Gallia County, Ohio on September 22nd, 2007. Thank you very much for doing this interview with us. Can you please tell me your full name and spell it?
Eleanor Keels. I don't have no middle name.
And can you spell it for us?
No, Oak Hill, Ohio. Oak Hill, H-I-L-L, Ohio.
Can you spell your name for me?
Eleanor Keels.
And what's your maiden name?
Don't have any.
Oh, what was your name before you were married?
Cradoff.
Oh,
I'm going to spell that?
okay. Yeah.
Craddolph.
Can you tell me the names of your parents? What were your parents' names?
My mother was named Saloma Hutchison Cradoff. And my dad was Albert Matthew. It's got a whole lot of names, but he goes by Albert, he did.
And do you know, when were they born?
And when they were born, and they were born in 1872. Mother was born in March, then my dad was born in June.
So they were the same age, basically. Can you name your mother's parents?
Yeah. Well, her mother was named Arminda Shaver Hutchison. And her dad was Henry Hutchison Sr.
And how about your father's parents?
Father's parents, well, I can name his mother, but her name was Margaret Cradoff. But his father was a Welshman, and he was an Isaac, his last name.
So was it he got the name Cradoff from his mother? Can you tell me a little bit about what you know about the Hutchinson family?
Hutchison, well, there were quite a few of them because my grandfather on my mother's side, he was a slave, and when he escaped to come to to the north, he was about 21 years old, but still he was determined he was going to go to school. So he went to school and started school when he was 21 years old.
And this is what's the grandfather that went to school when he was 21 years old? What was his name?
My grandfather, Henry Hutchison Sr.
And so what school did he attend?
What
school did he go to when he went back to school at 21?
When he came here?
Yeah.
Well, a little place they called, what did they call it? Been so long ago. I think they called it Gimes, just Gimes Schoolhouse, just a little schoolhouse.
Where was it located?
It was located on Oak Hill, Ohio, Rural Road.
Now, did he ever talk about being enslaved? His experiences while a slave?
Well, you know, I was the youngest one of my family, so I didn't, you know, get talked to him like my older, and I'm only one left of my family. Uh-huh.
What do you know about the Chavis family?
Well, they were mostly Irish people, and, you know, that's most I knew of them.
How about the Cradoffs?
Cradle,
Cradoff.
well, you know, that's on my dad's side. I don't know if they had any other nationality, only, you know, regular. Because Dad all got his all from the Welsh, you know, side.
Can you tell me how many brothers and sisters did you have?
Me, well, I had 2 brothers and 6, there was 7 of us. So we had 5 sisters and 2 brothers.
And where did you fit in that lineup?
Clear to the bottom.
Can you tell me what your husband's name is or was?
Can I tell you?
Your husband's name?
His name was Vernon Weldon Keels.
And where was he born?
He was born in Harrisburg, Ohio, and he was an Indian. His grandmother was a pure-blooded Irish. She was, I'm trying to think which one she belonged to, because now our family, we're all Saponis.
But she wasn't a Saponi?
No, she wasn't Saponi. She named some rest of them.
Catawba?
Oh, shoot. I know it was no more.
Cherokee?
And she lived to be real old. She was 107.
What was her name?
You know, his grandmother.
Oh, do you know what her name was?
The one I said was the Cherokee.
Oh,
I know I'll think of it in a minute.
How did you meet your spouse?
How did I meet him?
Uh-huh.
It's something. Well, my sister, older sister, married his father, but we weren't no relatives. See, he's been married before, and he had these 4 children by his first wife. So, you see, it didn't make me no relative, being my sister married him. One lady, when I was in the hospital, I thought I was, she come in and took care of me, you know. And she said, "Who'd you marry?" And I said, "Vernon Keels." See, she knew my sister and she knew mine. And she just looked at me and walked out. And when I got thinking about it, and I said, well, when she come back to take care of me again, I'm going to ask her. I said, "You thought I married my nephew?" "Yes, I did." I said, "Well, I didn't."
When and where did you get married?
I got married in Gallipolis at the courthouse.
So it was a big wedding or a small wedding?
No, just small.
And how many children do you have?
I have 2 boys, and there's can I name them?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Patricia and Patrick, they was my first one. They were twins. Then Kay was my second. Then Carol. Then I lost one. Her name was Greta. And then Janice, she's the baby one. Then Marshall, he's the youngest of all.
And can you talk a little bit, what do you consider your ethnic or racial background to be?
My background?
Yeah.
Well, I just mostly, back here then, if you got a high school education, mean more than what they do now if you got a, college. Well, the way it was, my mother died 2 weeks before I graduated, and I was 16 years old. And I had already passed the examination to go to Royal Grand College. I just got so despondent, I just couldn't go. I left and went to Worthington. And I went up there and worked for some, they were both artists. Then I had to wear different uniforms and everything every day, change every day.
What kind of work did you do in Worthington?
Where I was going to go,
No, what kind of work did you do in Worthington? You said you had got a job in Worthington. What kind of work did you do?
what I did, well, just mostly they had me to entertain. And I gave big parties for 'em, tea parties, and, a lot of things like that.
And how long did you work in Worthington?
Well, I didn't stay there too long. No. The bank went in, they want me to stay, and they'd pay me whenever, they ever get some more money. But at that time, you done good, get any amount. And I was getting the regular, most, what it wasn't a lot, but it was, the most. So I didn't stay over about 3 years there. And I came back to Jackson County, back here.
So when were you born?
What year?
What year and date?
August 7, 1913.
So was that during the Depression that you worked for them?
Uh-huh.
Can you describe what it was like going through the Depression?
Did what?
What was it like during the Depression? What was life like for you during the Depression?
I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
Oh, what was life like during the Depression?
Oh,
The bank crashed.
passion, you said?
Yeah. What was life like during the Depression? What was the Depression like?
Roosevelt,
Yes.
Franklin D.
Tell me about that.
Yeah, how was your life during that time after the banks crashed?
Well, it was, it wasn't the very best, because everything back there was just, they weren't and we're going through the Depression side. We're going through the Depression at that time, It was, when Depression was on, and everything, was, didn't have too much to live on, but in that way, it seemed like a bigger family back there would get along better than you have one or two now. Because my children, if they got one or two, they think harder, take care of them.
Can you talk a little bit about your schooling growing up? What schools did you go to? What was it like?
When I was growing up,
Yeah.
well, back here then, when I was growing up, my mother was living, of course, and my father, he was a deacon of the church, and every Sunday, my mom was a good cook, if I do say that, we'd have a whole yard full of people every Sunday. Back then, we'd enjoy getting out playing games and doing different things and pitching horseshoes or playing softball or anything. But now, television takes it all. They don't think about doing anything like that.
So where did you grow up?
Where did I grow up? Here where they called Jackson County. It was close to Oak Hill. When I left home, I said I wasn't coming back, but I came back and married a local boy. Ain't that something? He's been dead now since 92. Uh-huh. Been a widow that long.
Can you tell me what is your family's connection to Poke Patch or Black Fork area?
Through my dad, my grandmother, Cradle, that's where she was from. So Dad grew up, in Poke Patch.
Now, what did he tell you about growing up in Poke Patch?
What did he say?
Yeah, what kind of stories did
Well, he didn't have too much to say about it, Just about like every other place, it wasn't too much to talk about.
What do you know about Poke Patch?
Well, I just know what used to be our school, church, and all those kind of things up there. And then even over, they called Poke Patch and Black Fork, they kind of, in together. And they had theater, they had stores, and they had a lot of things going on way back then, but now nothing. Everybody's left. And all the houses that was over on the Poke Patch, what had the churches and the school and anything. I went up through there, maybe about a year ago. Ain't a thing left up there, not a thing.
So how often would you visit Poke Patch growing up? Or
How often?
Yeah.
Well, not too often. 'Cause I used to do a lot of walking. I'd walk to Poke Patch sometimes from down where I live.
How far is that?
Oh, it's a good 15 miles. I'm sure it was. Good 15 miles.
Now, where you lived in Jackson County, does that town have a name? What was the name of the town you grew up in Jackson County?
Oak Hill.
Oh, it was called Oak Hill. Oh, okay.
Jackson County in Madison, Township. Madison Township of Jackson County.
So, how far did you live from the Henry Hutchinson place?
From Poke Patch.
No, when you live in Oak Hill, right? You grew up in Oak Hill?
Uh-huh.
How far is that from the Hutchinson place? Henry Hutchinson.
About 7 miles.
Oh, so good.
Did you ever live in the Hutchinson house? Did you live in the Hutchinson house?
Huh?
Did you live in Henry's house?
Where's his house? What?
Did you live inside Henry's house? Hutchinson?
Henry Hudson?
Mm-hmm.
No. I lived on Mountain Half from there. Uh-huh.
Now, do you remember seeing him when you were growing up?
Yeah.
What did he look like?
Well, here was a big story, a big house, 'cause he had 19 children. He's not silly. And I remember going there 'cause he was born on June the 7th. I can't tell what year right off, but we used to have a reunion no matter what day, weekday or anything. Everybody gathered there and have a reunion. Now, we don't have it that way. We still honor him, but we just have it first Saturday in June. Because people can get off on weekdays. Back then, they'd take off, and everybody come. I remember we'd go and see the old threshing machine. See them, thresh wheat and do things like that. And make apple butter and all those kinds of things.
Now, what did Henry look like? What did he look like?
I wish I knew that you was going to interview me today. I would brought his picture. I got a picture of him. I'm sitting on his lap, and my brother is standing beside of it. Great long hair way down there. My brother.
Your brother had long hair?
Yeah.
But what did Henry look like? Do you remember?
What
What did he look like?
My Henry, I mean Grandpa,
Yeah.
well, he wasn't a bad-looking man. He just, regular, tall, and kind of slender, and
Now, do you know anything about the Underground Railroad in the area that you live in?
down there now.
Yeah, the Underground Railroad. Did you ever hear stories about that growing up?
Well, ain't very many left around there anymore. Now, I think you interviewed Jesse out there too, the, what you call?
Jesse
Health
Payne, right?
Uh-huh. Well, they live at Rye Ground. Well, and then I got a family that lived down below me, just like across the street. And she's one of the living, one they call Hezekiah's Hutchins' daughter. Her name, she married a Keels too. Yeah, her name Amanda Keels. And other than me and her, and Jesse lived right Grant, most of them gone. There's too many of them left now.
Now, do you know what the Underground Railroad is?
Huh?
The Underground Railroad?
Uh,
The Underground Railroad, how slaves escaped from the North? Do you know what role the area that you lived in played, Jackson County and Lawrence and Gallia County played in the Underground Railroad?
Well, like you said, where they're living, most of them still lived around there. If they didn't live there, they went to Pope Patch or Blackhawk, or, just stayed kind of up together.
Your grandpa, Henry,
Uh-huh,
he was a slave.
uh-huh.
Did any other slaves come to his house?
I don't know of. I don't know of.
You ever hear anyone talk about it?
No, I didn't hear him, say. But I know like I said a while ago, when he got free, he determined he's going to get a little education. So he learned to, and he became a deacon of our church and, different things.
What church is that?
Huh?
What church is that you attended?
What church?
Yeah.
Corinth Missionary Baptist Church.
Did any of Henry's brothers or sisters come to Ohio?
Did they ever come? No, I don't remember him. I don't remember none of his folks ever. I just remember he came back. But you see, I was just about, I imagine I was about 10 years old when he passed away, because I was the youngest of the family.
Now, did Henry talk about how he escaped from slavery, how he got his freedom?
No, he never talked about it, at least not to my knowing. I know they had to escape different ways,
What were some of the ways they escaped?
How some they would escape? Well, some of them, would, they went underground railroad. Now, I've been to Canada and all them places where they, show all that. And they hear them dogs barking, just sound like they're right at you. Now, pretty close down to where I live, they went through Poke Patch, on, to West Virginia.
Now,
I'm sorry. Do you know some of the places that they went to?
Uh-huh. And now they went to Berlin, about it a bit. And then they went on, like you said, to Rutland and Millerport, and went on through that way.
I'm not supposed to talk.
Well, that's all right.
Thank you.
now, do you know of the families that helped them escape?
No, I don't. I'm sorry. No, I don't. You see, when you're just 10 years old, you don't get to remember, you know, if
What kind of chores did you do
me,
when you were young?
well, first I went to a place they called Shelton Grade School. Then, well, after I left there, I went to Thurman Centerville High School. I graduated from there when I was 16. That's when I told you my mother died just 2 weeks before I graduated. So it was awful sad. Oh,
You can't click that. Sorry.
I'm moving too much, huh?
Do you remember when you got sick or a cold or you had some kind of ailment? How did people take care of you?
Back there then,
Yeah.
they had thing they called it, they would grease you with it, and they'd give you, it would, even way back there, that they called polecat grease, and they would even rub that on your chest, rub it on your back,
What was it called?
polecat, skunk oil. That's what it was called.
Do you remember some other home remedies that people would use?
Well, right off, I said, I know they would always think about that. Just soon they know the child got sick or something. That's the first thing they think about. I don't know how they did it unless they Leonard took the, fat off of the skunk or something and rent it out, like they used to do with hogs,
What did they do with hogs?
and make lard. When they butchered the hog, they cut it up and they make lard out of it. Mm-hmm.
Do you remember some other things that you ate growing up?
No,
What are some other things? Foods?
See, just like you said, mostly I know one thing, we used to have care water, from a spring. And my brother next to me, like I said, I just had 2 brothers. Well, we had a spring, is well known because they called it spout, S-P-O-U-T, spring. Well, my parents would let him go and carry 2 big old buckets of water a morning. Then when the evening come after I got home from school, that's when I get to go. But because they figured in the morning it'd be so much dew and everything, be better for my brother.
Wasn't it dangerous for you to do it at night? Was it dangerous for you to do it at night? Were you scared to go get the water at night?
Well, I generally wouldn't be quite dark here. One thing though, I was afraid of back there then, there would be a guy going around begging for food, kind of like a tramp. And I remember coming back one evening, and I know I got scared of him.
What did he do? Why were you afraid of him?
I don't know. I didn't know what he might do. And, see, I wasn't that old because I just graduated from high school at 16, so I couldn't have been too old.
Are there any other stories from your life that you'd like to share with us that you remember?
Well, my sister, she was a good hand and liked to play tricks on people. She could think of some things that scared the poor little children to death.
Like what?
Oh, she would dress up and she would act like she was going to get them, Yeah, I know one time my daughter and the girls you saw sat me with me, they my sister's girls. And one of them and one of my daughters, one time they was out playing, and my sister named Idle, and she was going out to pass, had all dressed up all silly. And for the girls come running to my house, just flying because they were scared to death. They didn't know it was her, She was good at that.
Can you tell us some incidents of discrimination or prejudice where people treated you different because you were colored or black? Do you remember any incidents?
It didn't say colored, they say black,
Did anybody ever treat you differently because you were colored or because you were black?
I don't know. We've been so mixed up so long till, just like you said, right now we Saponis. We had a big one 2 weeks ago. We had a big one down to Gallipolis. And people was from everywhere. California, New York, they just came in there from everywhere.
Now, what do you consider yourself? Are you?
Well,
Do you consider yourself Saponi?
I don't consider myself completely black, because like you said, being my dad, be honest, he looked just like white guy, because his father, like I told you, he was pure Welshman. Because, Isaac is a Welsh name, but I wish I had known more about him, I didn't get to learn too much about him on account. When you're the youngest, you don't get some history like the older ones do. And now I can't get it.
Was there anything you would like to tell us about? Anything else you'd like to tell us about?
Well, I'm proud of my children. You want to know a little bit about that? Well, my oldest daughter, I said they were twins, Patricia Ann and Patrick Allen. Well, she graduated from high school as a valedictorian, and my second girl did too. Then Patricia went on to Rio Grande College, and she graduated magna cum laude down there, and went to Columbus to work, and she got on, they used to call it welfare, but they call it social, anymore. And she went there when she graduated from college, and that was 42 years ago, and she never had no other, been that one place. And they honored her about a couple of years ago. They gave a good big thing for her, gave her diplomas and plaques and key to the city and engraved clocks and everything. Then my second girl was valedictorian too from high school, and she went on and worked in H&R Block, She was saying Illinois that have to go to school every year, just see. It changes every year.
Was that all?
I guess that.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
I have one question to ask you. Your grandfather, Henry, he got his education. He came here to get an education. Did he talk to you kids about education when you sat on his lap?
Education.
Your grandfather, Henry.
How far did he get to go? Really, I don't know. But he always said he was going far enough because he could read and write and do things, what he wanted to do.
What kind of work did he do?
Well, mostly farm work and things like that to bring up that many children. I don't think they all didn't grow up.
Who built his house? Who built your grandfather's home?
Who got it?
Who built it?
So,
Your
who built it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know.
Is the
But
house?
I can see it. I got a good picture of it here where it was good. They had twin too, and you know. Well, in fact, it seemed like my husband was a twin. Then I had twins. My grandsons got twins. It just seemed like just keep going. They miss one, you know. Then
Now, is Henry's house still standing?
no, it's gone now. Just a kind of a shell of it, you know. It was a nice home too. You know, big, you know, 2-story and everything. I got a good picture of it when it was good.
Now, when did it get torn down?
Oh, it's been going down now for about, let me see, how many years? Because his grandson's here today. I don't know if they're gone yet now. And he, you know, kind of took over the place.
And what's his name?
Richard, his name is, no, just a minute. Richard Hutchison.
Oh, he's here today?
He was, if he ain't gone. I don't know if he's gone yet or not.
Now, were there a lot of Hutchinsons here
He
today?
was here.
Are there a lot of Hutchinsons here today?
Here today. Living?
No, here at Emancipation Day.
No, I don't think so.
Now, did you attend Emancipation Day growing up?
Did they?
Did you go to Emancipation Day growing up?
Uh-huh.
Tell us what you remember about Emancipation Day.
Well, I know it has changed a lot because we used to have it just out in groves, you know. I knew when it was in Denton and Bidwell Porter and in the park in Gallipolis and trying to think how many, Bush Park in Bidwell, that's 2 different places in Bidwell. Then after it come is having it here, they've been having it here now for the last, I forget just how many years you started here.
Now, what are some things you remember about Emancipation Day from when you were growing up?
Oh, it was just a little bit different, you know. Yeah, I can remember some of the, you know, speakers way back there.
Who were some of the speakers?
Reverend Ison, his name was Ison, and then there was Reverend I.V. Bryan. They lived here at Bidwell, he did. And I just can't recall, you know, different ones of them.
Now, did you ever hear of Eddie Peppers?
Uh-huh.
The man that got executed?
Eddie Peppers?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know him.
Not the Reverend, but the one that got executed?
No, I just know that they connected our relatives through the Keels somehow.
Oh, the Peppers and the Keels?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Yeah. Have you interviewed any of those?
Do you remember some of the activities at Emancipation Day when you were growing up?
Yeah, they didn't have so many things. They would have horseshoe pitching, they would have greasy pig, try to catch a greasy pig, and they, you know, had softball. Yeah, you know, they didn't have all these nice things like they do anymore, but it was interesting.
Did they have the Queen when you were growing up?
Uh-huh.
The Queen? Do you remember that? Having the Queen of Emancipation?
Which one?
The Queen?
No, I should, I guess. But
Well, I think that's it.
Thank you so much.
Mrs. Adams is going to drive you back.
That was wonderful.
Yeah, thank you.
Interesting life.
oh.